Hello everyone, welcome to the LEC post-game lobby, the last one from Berlin this summer. I'm joined by Wunder and by Razork, who both played out of their minds and now find themselves in Malmö. Razork, you were just talking about how crazy it is that you were one game away, actually like literally maybe a barrel away from being completely knocked out, and now you're here. Why is it that you seemingly have played so well out of nowhere?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I think also the third game that we were playing against Excel, we were like 7K goal behind. The mood wasn't bad, but we all were like, oh, maybe we go on vacations really fast. And I don't know. I think like we started all playing really good. And I don't know. I guess we all believe in ourselves. We trust each other more. And I think our early game is actually really, really good.
It is really good. I wonder, what do you think it is?
I mean, there's like a lot of factors, I guess. I think, especially, I mean, when I looked at the playoffs, the first, because they played Friday and Saturday before we played on Sunday, it seemed like it was really winnable with how like every team was playing. I don't think any team is playing like super well or like is in form. I think G2 had like a really good series last time around, like yesterday, but against Misfits, they didn't look that strong either. So, yeah, I mean, I think we are just, I wouldn't say we are peaking at the right time, but we are playing well enough individually, and we are also doing things better as a team. And we have some things we have tried to copy a little bit more from other teams that work well. For example, like you could see like the bot things we're doing with Kalista and all this stuff. It's working really well for us, and yeah, then we are just driving that momentum forward.
It was a little bit, seemingly in some games, a top defeat. There was a lot of focus on top lane also, right, from both sides. Had you anticipated that coming in, that it was going to be that way?
I was told by my analysts that they look to gank top a lot. I think in the first game, it was yeah, I mean, it was from our side, right?
Jungle diff, actually, yeah.
But I would say, however, in game 2, I was like the shy cosplaying a lot. Like I think pretty much every game I'm very confident in how I play recently, and yeah, I believe that I'm better than everyone I play against. So even if I get spam ganked, I still try to look for ways to stay ahead or stay even, at least, at the very least. I think in the last game we just played, I tried that a little bit of an adaptation because they were going top a lot, so I went Ghost instead of Ignite and just tried to get carried when we were doing all the bot plays. But yeah, I mean, in general, I feel like I played decently this game, or like the series.
I mean, I would say so for sure. But yeah, jungle diff as well at times. I know it was like a big matchup also because both Spanish junglers know each other well, etc. And unfortunately for Matt, Elyoya wasn't really able to put his mark on the series, right? How did you keep him from doing Elyoya things?
Well, we had a lot of level 1 plans. We actually tried to caught them off guard, and I think we actually did pretty good. I mean, I think Elyoya actually played fine. Like, I actually think his second game was really good. And in the first game, I just camped up level 3 gank. And the other games, it's just gank bot, gank bot, gank bot. And it worked out for us. And yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with how we played, even though the fourth game we started to have a little bit of fun and it got a little bit messy. I got a bit stressed.
Yeah.
But overall, it was really decent for me.
I want to ask you about that because, yeah, Matt was getting some good pick-offs, some good teamfight wins as well. You say you were getting stressed because I saw the scenario, oh God, silver scrapes, and then who knows, right? So who calmed you down?
I mean, honestly, I was really strong and my team was like, don't fight, we are killing TF. And I was like, no, I'm killing them 1v3. And then some chaos started to happen. We started to get in pickup, and then they started to chase us. And I was feeling a little bit bad because, like, oh my God, maybe I just threw the game. But I think Upset played fantastic. I think Humanoid with his iconic Victor. He did really good.
Iconic.
Yeah, I think we just took the win.
Yeah, you just took the win.
Made it interesting for the viewers.
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, game 5 is also nice, but I think you're happy that you closed it out. So Matt is eliminated, but we are going to talk to them for a second because we will be seeing them at Worlds. So we're going to hear from Kaiser quickly with Lore.
Thank you, Sjokz. Kaiser, the boys were talking about this series. You can clap. Okay. Thank you, Berlin. And thanks, Kaiser, for joining me for this interview. The Fnatic boys were just talking about this series, how it went, and especially the bot lane focus for you guys. You were just telling me that it's something that could have been anticipated. But how was it on your end? The fact that every time you open your eyes, you have a Razork ready to gank you, and yeah, how did you adapt to that?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of expected, right? We kind of knew what Fnatic wanted to do, like with the Lucian army, right? They picked Kalista once. You kind of have to play around bot lane, right? But I think we just played bad around it. Like we used a lot of wards level 1, for example, to like delay the invade, for example, and then didn't have them on the ganks, right? And we just blew our summoners, and then they just dive us really freely. So I think they played it really well. And for example, we tried a lot of ganks as well, and I think they were really good at respecting those as well. So yeah, props to them.
When it comes to Fnatic and matching their styles, especially in draft, because you played 4 games, what was the difficulty for you guys to adapt and find the solution against Fnatic?
I think we were kind of happy with our drafts today. I think we kind of, maybe we didn't have like our most comfortable drafts, right? I think they did a good job of like kind of playing or like forcing the drafts in a way that we are not comfortable with. But I think given the state of the meta, I think we're still happy with the drafts. I think both drafts could have been played by either side, right? And I think we just didn't really execute them correctly, right? And we just let them have too many early game advantages. I think if we got to mid game, got to late game, I think we would have won those games pretty easily. But yeah, I think they just played really well in the early game and didn't let us have that.
Lots of takeaways from this series for sure, but maybe also from your playoffs experience so far. It hasn't been going the expected way, I want to say, for the Mad Lions. How do you reflect on what went wrong and what you couldn't adapt on, maybe?
I mean, I think we did fine, I would say, in the Rogue series. I think we could have won that for sure. If we just played a little bit cleaner, right? Game 4 against Rogue, for example, we should have been able to snowball, right? And if we had just a better team there, we don't even have to play against Fnatic until Malmo, right? And these little things kind of, yeah, just put us behind, right? And against Fnatic today, I think maybe we're not focused enough. I mean, maybe we're just like the worst team, right? Of course, we were the worst team, but I think we should have been able to play better today. And yeah, I mean, it's sad that we didn't, right? And yeah, we just have to focus up again and prepare for Worlds and have a better showing there.
Right, that's about bouncing back, as you said, and being ready for Worlds. And you're going to have some time to prep, maybe also to rest. You may not have talked about this with Mac and the rest of the coaching staff, but what are the next weeks going to be like for Mad Lions in terms of planning, schedule, and how to get ready for Worlds?
I think we'll for sure take a break. I mean, the season was pretty long, right? And of course, you have to have some breaks before the World starts again. And since we are playing play-ins, we have to start earlier, right? So we will most likely just have a few weeks break, or like maybe 1 or 2, and then start scrimming again, preparing for our play-ins, and then, yeah, we'll be ready.
And this will be your 3rd World Championship. We had a hard time counting before the interview, but what is this one going to be about for you? What kind of statement do you want to make at Worlds this year, personally?
I mean, I think our earlier Worlds runs were like pretty shaky, right, with Mad Lions. So I just want to show that we are still like that EU as a whole like is a really good region, and that we can like be proud of ourselves, you know, on an international stage, right? That we can be like the maybe 1st or 2nd region. Of course, it's going to be really hard. I think LPL is looking really strong again. So yeah, I think I just want to have like good showings against LPL and LCK, and yeah, that's it.
We believe in you. Thank you, Kaiser. Dankeschön for the interview. I'll see you in Mexico, actually. And thank you, Berlin, for the support. Sjokz, back to you in PGL.
Thank you. Leaked. Laura's going to Mexico. No, awesome to hear from Kaiser. Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because obviously they kind of auto-seeded into Worlds almost because of the 4 seeds. I wonder, do you think the Mad Lions have... Okay, let me ask it differently. Why do you think they lost their edge compared to how they played in the regular season? And do you think that they have a chance to do well at Worlds?
I mean, I think as a team, they played really well throughout their entire split. I think they really figured out something that worked for them. Mainly, I guess, looking at what LPL does, especially with their champs. They were like early on the Talia and like on diving, bot, doing even like the Kalista thing that we did. I think Mad was like one of the first teams that like to abuse bot like that and just go for like a lot of dives early, even on top. But I'd say once they got a little bit more figured out and the meta got a little bit more figured out, I'd say as a whole, Mad is, I mean, they have good players, but I think compared to the top teams and maybe some of the top players, they're lacking in some department. I'd say are still good enough to, of course, win. And they are not an easy team to play against by any means. But I'd say when the metas are like figured out and everyone is kind of on the same page about what is being played, I wouldn't see them as the best team. And yeah, maybe they could surprise me, but in this case they didn't. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can be realistic. I think that's what everyone is about the Mad Lions. So maybe they will surprise us. Someone who has surprised us a lot is Razork. Again, Kia player of the series, but it was a little bit closer. 46% of the votes this time. What's going on? You're just cleaning up, Razork.
I mean, honestly, I'm not sure if I deserve this one. I actually think everyone played really good in my team. Probably Wunder, the less one that deserves it. Like he died.
The Renekton throwing
He was
the
like
game
1
away.
HP at the time. Oh guys, I need help. But my bot lane played really good. I think Humanoid had insane game with Silas, at least in team fights.
Yeah.
In game he was crying a
In
little
lane.
bit. Yeah. But I don't think I deserve this one. But I don't think I played too bad either. I think my second game was actually really bad. My fourth game, early game, was fine. But then I started trolling. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess you are playing Trundle. I was playing Trundle. I can't really play bad mechanically, no. It's like auto reset, put a pillar and jump. So I mean, I don't know. I guess
You
thank
had
you
one
for.
good pillar. You had one good pillar, but
No,
then you
I
also
had more.
you had a couple bad pillars as well.
Yeah, I mean, the second game pillar on Yumi. Oh my God, Jesus, what was that?
We didn't see that. We still voted you for player of the series. Yeah, of course, the whole team played really, really well. There was a specific interesting dynamic, which was the top lane. For the backstory, basically, Armut and Wunder on Twitter, and then apparently also in the in-game chat. And then this happened.
Oh, it's the Wunder special.
Oh!
Play the enemy to type to miss
It's so lost. It's so lost.
So apparently he was trying to type at that time. Do you remember? Did he say something?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, what did I say? Actually, I said so much this series.
What is PG like? What's allowed for broadcast?
I mean, no, everything was allowed. I mean, I was just shit talking him. I mean, first and foremost, like when I played Gwen into Aatrox the second game, I asked him if he was happy with how he played the matchup because I was still destroying him, even though the jungle was just coming top. And he said, "Yeah, I think I played good." I was like, "Okay, nice. Let's just keep playing that way then." And no, I mean, I wrote a lot of dumb stuff to him, and he liked writing back, as you can see. I mean, he liked using his flash as well. Yeah, I mean, that's a rookie mistake, of course. Like, if you're a rookie trash talker, you always use the summoner. You gotta be more careful.
But apparently you get along pretty well. Like you play poker.
No,
and stuff.
I mean, of course, he's like a really funny guy, actually. Like from talking to him, not behind the scenes, but talking to him like in real life. He's a really funny guy, and there was a lot of good banter from it.
Cool. Sad we couldn't see that all. Maybe we'll see screenshots later. Let's take a look at the bracket then. You're going to Malmö, which is really awesome for Fnatic, Rogue, and G2 to be playing there on stage. Razork, you're playing Rogue first, and then maybe G2. So let's start with Rogue. What do you think?
I think Rogue, they are bot-centric team, and I think it's gonna be a fist fight around bot, not gonna lie. I don't know what else to say about them. I think they are a good team, but I think we will actually win against Rogue, and then the final will be against G2. And yeah, I don't know about that one. It will be a coin flip.
A coin flip. Wunder, let's start with Rogue then. How do you feel you're going to do in the top lane?
I mean, I think top lane is going to be pretty easy. I don't think...
Sorry.
I don't think Odamne is that good of a player. I mean, I think he was really good last split. But I think this split, I don't know what happened. Like, I feel like every time I play against him, he's... I don't know. I mean, on Renekton, he looks strong, I guess, when I see him play in the series. But it feels like it's just kind of free, like lane-wise at least. And then, yeah, I mean, as Ivan said, like they play really good around their bot lane. Kind of similar to us, but I think they have some different champions that they play, and we have some different champions that we play. So yeah, I mean, it will just come down to mostly what happens around bot. I think Malrang used to be really insane, ganking everywhere, ganking humanoid a lot, dying level 3 every game.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think that's gonna happen this time around. But if it happens, of course, then good job to them. But otherwise, I think it's just gonna be bot lane, around bot lane, and yeah, I mean, of course, he can and in top lane you can always like survive, and I think that's what he's gonna try to do the entire series.
I think Malrang built his reputation on just killing humanoids. Is that what you said?
Maybe, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think a lot of junglers do it.
Oh, he can't defend himself. Hey, but it is interesting though. For Malrang, you know, Razork, we were talking about him so much, and he always did this crazy stuff. Was it in picks? Was it in even like runes or pathing or waiting in a bush like forever? Why do you think he doesn't seem to have that big of an influence anymore?
Honestly, I think in regular season he was like abusing this a lot, and I feel like teams were not respecting as much. But I feel now we all know how he plays, and I guess it's easier to counter him. You just need to drop wards, respect, and you know that he's gonna bleed because he's not gonna farm that much. But I guess we are actually doing the same right now. Like,
Yeah, I
I'm
was
not
gonna
farming
say.
at all. I'm just sprinting bot, sprinting mid, sprinting top. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's the reason why Malrank is not really shining too much right now compared to the regular split.
You're both a bit slaves to your lanes, it seems like. Well,
Yeah.
that's the way it should be, right, Wunder? Ideally.
I mean,
Maybe?
I've played with Jankos for a while, you know, and
Right.
when he was playing Nidalee and Grace, you don't want to see that. So like,
No.
just put in on set Sejuani. When you go to Worlds, he like starts believing, okay, this is like the Kindred meta, the Grace meta, or Kiana. Then we meet like Canyon or Tian, and you just realize it's like, if this is the meta, it's so lost. Like the jungle gap is just too
Oh,
big.
no.
So yeah, if it's like Volibear meta, set like basically the dog jungler, then I think that's where the EU junglers they really fit in on
This
this
is
in
so
this meta.
funny how we weren't.
No, I'm just saying that you're really good at playing this, so you should keep playing it.
But it's so funny that we were talking about Malrang and Razork, and you just go and talk of shit about Jankos. Just
Oh, we didn't talk about Jankos? Oh, well, that's my bad then.
it's all good, but let's talk about him now. There is a chance that you play G2. Obviously, that would be kind of insane for you, I guess, up against your ex-team. How much would you look forward to a match like that versus G2 in front of that crowd?
Yeah, I mean, it's a classic, right? I think last time we played in like the Scandinavian area, it was Fnatic who won against us in 2018. So maybe I'm on the right side this time around. But no, I think they for sure look the strongest from watching their game yesterday. But I don't think they're as like dominant. I mean, last split we also beat them, and then they came back and looked like really strong because they figured like a lot of stuff out. Like Ari mid was like really good for them. But I think this time around they don't look as dominant. I think their top side is for sure stronger than Rogues, as we could also see when they played against them, and stronger than Mad Lions as well. So they for sure have like a harder top side to play against. But I also think that bot lane is not as strong as Rogues. So that was like kind of how I viewed the series Rogue against G2, that if there was any way Rogue was going to win, it was going to be through bot lane. I'm not saying it's the same for us, but I think we for sure have a really big edge bot lane compared to them. And I think, personally, I think I'm really good at playing against whatever random stuff that Broken Blade wants to throw at me. I'm pretty comfortable, so I would be happy to play against them, especially in the final on stage or like with a big crowd.
Yeah, that sounds really fun. They didn't go down to the lower bracket. You actually went down to the lower bracket. I mean, you started there. You ran the whole thing, actually. So maybe that's giving you an edge. Who knows? We'll see if that happens. But with the end of this week, we're also going to take a look at your options for the MasterCard Play of the Week. You can vote tomorrow on Twitter at MasterCardNexus to vote for your favorite plays. We're going to take a look at them. The first one is Upset Sivir versus Excel. Flashing in. You remember this? I bet you do.
Yeah, I remember this.
Oh, it's Misfits actually, not Excel, sorry.
I think like I'm a little bit underrated here. I hit like 3 boomerangs on the Sari, getting my hyper and like an auto attack with the Sheen. So this is actually what makes the play happen. Otherwise it would never be chunked. So it's MasterCard, my play of the week with featuring.
So to be sure, if you vote for this one at MasterCardNexus on Twitter, specify that it was actually Wunder who deserved it.
Yeah.
The second one, you can pick that one, or you can pick this one, which is a G2 Wombo combo from yesterday. So we'll see. Yesterday versus Rogue, it was fast. I wonder. Oh yeah.
Oh, this was Targama's pop-off, no?
Yeah. He was smurfing.
Yeah, that Draken was clean.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, maybe. It's nice because it's a Wombo combo, so maybe people will vote for that instead.
Oh yeah. Wait, whose play was this? This was just like G2.
This was yesterday.
Yeah,
G2's play.
Yeah, it was not like... So you would be like Fnatic, but But you just said upset because upset did all the work.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
He's an AD carry. Sivir hits like 5 champs at the same time. So
Why do you think he gets so many pentakills?
Yeah, of
It's
course.
just automatic. No, thank you guys very much. I'm not going to keep you much longer. I'm super excited to see you guys in Malmö, of course. Let's take another selfie. And then the next one will be on stage there, maybe.
Oh yeah, winning selfie on
Winning
stage.
selfie on stage. Don't know if it will be you.
We stand, right?
Yeah, but you're really tall, so let's see how that's...
I will stand like this.
That's what I always do. Okay. Oh, yeah, excellent. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Over in the LCS, we've got EG and Liquid, and they're fighting for the final world spot. EG or Liquid? World. Don't know?
I don't care.
Don't care?
Wait, EG.
EG?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. We'll see what happens. It's been really exciting over there in the LCS. But we, of course, next week will be heading over to Sweden, to Malmö next Saturday and Sunday. No show on Friday, but of course a lot of content coming your way. Hope you have a fantastic night. It's been a great summer. These two are goofballing.
Sorry.
So it's fine. You won. It's fine. Good night. Welcome back, everyone, to the LEC Summer Playoffs, live from Berlin, Germany, where Mad Lions and Fnatic fight for the final spot in Malmö tonight.
That's all on the line for Mad Lions and Fnatic here. I'm looking forward to what is likely to be a 5-game thriller today. Paranoia going forward as Mad Lions look for more. Apotheosis catches onto 3. Lucian trying to flash away as Upset is able to escape. The chase continues for Nisqy, but now he's not got a Yuumi on his shoulders, and the Keeper's verdict only finds one person guilty. Nisqy tries to turn it back around, but Upset finds the double with a double shot. They get onto Humanoid. The final chapter's going to lock him up in spot as well. One shut down over to Mad Lions, but Nisqy's going to pay for it with his life. Wunder as well just came in behind them, just walked around them, it seems. No TP burn by him as Fnatic continue the chase forward. Apotheosis, but the Nexus will fall in 19 minutes and 35 seconds. Mad Lions already 1 game down against Fnatic. Let's see if they can bounce back here. Well, Armut looking for a little bit more. The charm's going to hit onto Razork. He does still have the flash, but he's got nowhere to go. He's rooted for the entirety of his lifespan. Next up is Wunder. No way for him to get up, and Mad Lions pick off 2. Another charm! Oh my god, Nisqy, that was beautiful. Mad Lions, they will take their first win of the series.
Let's get into it. Game 3 between Fnatic and Mad.
Petrifying gaze in by Humanoid though, and that's 1. Nisqy trying to do what he can, but he just can't do enough. Unforgiven low as well, and Fnatic and Humanoid find everything they want out of the fight. The triple kill. 1 game away from Malmö. Fnatic make it 2-1.
But of course, we are moving forward into our next game. Let's get to it.
Caught out Razork, final chapter coming out to subjugate the heals though. Armor very low already, he's pulled the world ender as Upset looks for the backline exhausted, but Unforgiven Upset just takes him out. Nisqy next on the menu for Upset, and he will not be denied his spot in Malmö. 20 playoffs and 12 finals. Fnatic don't want to stop there. They're looking for number 13.